everyone. I hope you're all feeling good. Well done for getting up and on your mat. We are the warriors of the world. So let's begin in a wide leg child's pose. Big toes touching, knees open wide. So I'll give you a few moments just to do all your bits and bobs. Get yourself comfortable within your space and comfortable within your bodies. Slowly sinking into that shape to see how your feet are today. See how your knees are, your legs, your hips, your back. And with your head resting on the floor, and if it's not, maybe you could put a block underneath your head. You just close your eyes. Drift off into your own little space. Slowing the breathing down. So lengthening the inhale, lengthening the exhale. Finding those pauses in between the breaths. Maybe exaggerating those pauses. So today we're going to work towards our wild thing, coming at it from different directions. So it's a lot of flipping yourself upside down, inside out, round and about. So it's a good one to practice keeping your focus, keeping your balance, and keeping that awareness of where you are within the space. The most important is to have fun with it. Before we move from here, walk your hands over to the right. It's nice just to stretch out that left side. You can place the left hand on top of the right hand. I like to kind of lean into this left side, lifting the left shoulder up, having a little look underneath, and then lowering the left shoulder down. Slowly working your way into this stretch. And then we can walk the hands over to the other side. So you might want to put your right hand on top of your left hand here. That's it, just start to feel the stretch. So you're going to close and open up this right shoulder. The hips might be starting to talk to you a little bit now. And we'll walk the hands back to the center. And take a twist now, right arm underneath you towards the left side. Reach the left fingers out in front. You can let the head rest on the floor. And the more you push into the back of the right hand, the more you can push down through the left hand. Twist and just change sides. Left arm underneath you to the right. Side of the head to the floor. You can push down to the back of your left hand and down into the fingertips of the right hand. Let's feel the body start to wind or unwind. And twisting, bringing the left arm back out. Reach the fingers as far forwards as you can there. Get that lovely extension from the hands, arms, shoulders, sides, hips. And then walk the hands underneath you. Come up to seated for a moment. We'll bring the knees together now. It's always a relief to come into this one after wide legs. So inhale, lift up nice and tall. And exhale, just fall over the legs. You can let your head rest on the floor. You can let your arms be soft for a moment. Big breath in. Long breath out. Just while we're here, have a little look at your hands. Reach them out as far as you can. Spread the fingers. Push down through the fingers all the way to the knuckles and try and lift the heels of the hands up. So the thumbs will lift and the heels of the hands will lift, but you'll feel the baby knuckles and the first knuckle pressing into the mat. And then lower down. Again, we'll try and lift and lower there. Just starting to wake up the hands, making our way up into our wrists eventually. We might feel a little bit achy after a while, just lifting and lowering. Good. All right, and then come up onto all fours. And we're going to spin the fingers towards the knees. So wild thing means that we are putting a lot of weight onto one hand. So it's good that we take a bit of time just to warm up the wrists. Now that might feel enough for you. You could take the knees back a bit if you need more, or bring them forwards a bit if you need less. You can stay in stillness, or you could do little circles, but you be careful, just see what's available at this moment. They might be a little bit stiff already, so it might not be quite the right time for you to do this yet. You choose. Okay, take the circles the other way if you are circling. Good, and then flipping the fingers back towards the front. And then we'll take the right hand, flip the hand over, put the back of the hand into the floor, fingers towards you, tuck your toes, sit back into your heels, feel those feet start to stretch as well as you bring the hands into that fist. All right, releasing the hand and change sides. Left hand flips over, back of the hand into the floor. And again, just leaning back, bringing the hand into that fist. Good, releasing the hands. And then we'll sit back into the heels, give those feet a little bit longer here. And then bring the hands to interlace and circle out those wrists. So take the circles the other way. Okay, making our way from the wrists, further up the arms into the shoulders. Pressing the hands underneath the shoulders. You can release the feet if you need to. And then just let your chest drop and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Okay, and then push away from the floor and round into the upper back. Don't worry so much about the rest of the spine, just by the shoulder blades. Again, shoulder blades meet in the middle, squeeze them together, and then push away and round into the back. Last time, let the chest drop, squeeze the shoulder blades to meet, and then push away and round into the back. Now keep that pushing away, keep that strong and solid. Push down through your right hand and bring your left hand to your right shoulder. Okay, and I just want you to feel that strength there. Yeah, there's a micro bend in your right arm, and the arm's pushing up into your shoulder, you're pushing away from the floor. Okay, lower your left hand down, and then take the weight into the left hand, bring your right hand to your left shoulder. Okay, so explore the micro bend. You don't want to overstretch. Like mine, I can overstretch my arm. You can push down through the hand, keep that micro bend, keep the strength in the shoulder joint. Good. All right, releasing the right hand. Walk your knees back a little bit. Arch your back so you've got the tailbone lifted up towards the sky. And then do the opposite, tuck your tail. Now push down through the hands and see if you can slowly take your hips back towards your heels, gripping the hands into the floor. So we've done this one before. It's a really good way to find that strength through the shoulders, keeping everything rounding into the upper back, trying to drag the hands to the knees, but the floor is stopping you. And then come right back up. Okay, and again, rounding into the upper back, pushing down through the hands, trying to drag the hands to the knees. Feel that strength there. Hips going towards the heels, and then bring it right back. Last one, push down to the hands, round into the upper back, and then keep pushing down. Try and drag those hands to the knees. Hold on tight. Round into the back, feel the strength. Good, coming back. Now take your shoulders past the elbows. 5 little tricep dips. Let the elbows brush the rib cage. Don't go so low you can't come back up. And again. 2, slow and controlled. Notice if one arm is working harder than the other. 3, yeah. So remember, don't go so low you can't come back up. That's the key. 4. That's it, last one. 5. Excellent. From here, bring your right knee to your right wrist, right foot to the left wrist. Let's come into pigeon. We'll walk the hands forwards. You can relax your wrist for a moment. Forehead down into the floor. Stretch out that right hip. Breathing in. And breathing out. Really sink down through the outer right hip. Walk your hands back. You can have your right hand just inside your right leg. See if it's okay to bend the left leg in. You can take your chest further forwards to get it there. You can come down onto your forearm if you need to. Maybe you're on your right hand and you can reach back. Let's just get a little quad stretch there. So you're squeezing your heel into your bum. I always see eyebrows go really high to the sky in this one. Press the heels down. And it might be easier for you if you're struggling to have the forearm down. One more breath. We just want to stretch this left quad. And then release. Okay, hands come down. Tuck in the back toes. Take your right leg up and back into a 3-leg dog. I'm going to bend the knee and open up the hip. And draw a big circle with the right knee. Start to feel the hamstring of the left leg. Take the circle the other way. So you've got the right knee up to the sky, you're opening up the hip, come up onto the fingertips of the left hand, and I want you to really concentrate on your right hand. Can you hover the left hand off the floor, push down through the right hand? Maybe you can take that left hand back, catch hold of your right foot, that's just an option, but feel the strength through your right arm. Wherever you are, even if you don't take the hand off the floor. Once you're done, release the left hand, lower your right foot. And we'll bring the left knee to your left wrist. Left foot towards the right wrist. Pigeon on this left side. Walk the hands forwards. Take a moment, make sure the breath is there flowing. Remember, everything's an exploration. So even just taking the weight into one hand without lifting the other hand off is doing something, yeah? So make sure that you're happy with that and use it as an exploration, not as a measure of whether you're having a good practice or not. Okay, walk your hands back up. So sometimes it's easier if you struggle to bend the right leg in to come down onto your forearms and then bring the leg in. If you can do it on your hands, stay on your hands and reach back, right hand for the foot and squeeze that heel in. Let's get the quads stretching on this side. Breathing in. If you need more, push down through the right knee. Good, well done. All right, releasing that right leg. Tucking the back toes. Let's take the left leg all the way up and back. I'm going to bend the knee and open up the hip. Try to feel now those arms plugging into the floor. And then big circle with the left leg. That's it. Good. Take the circle the other way. Now starting to feel the right hamstring. Good. So you're going to bend the knee, open up that left hip again. Push down through your left hand. Come up onto the fingertips of the right hand as an option. Maybe take the right hand off the floor. Maybe catch hold of the left foot. None of that is necessary. It's just a little bit of fun. But can you push down through the left hand? Find that strength through your left arm, left shoulder. Good. Releasing the right hand, lower the left leg. Come up high onto your toes. Roll yourself forwards into your plank pose. Push down to the hands. Start to walk your feet to your hands, keeping your bum low. Don't worry how close you get the feet to the hands. Just see how far forwards you can go. Keeping your bum nice and low, rounding into the upper back. And then walking the feet all the way back. Chest forwards, elbows brush the rib cage. Take it halfway. Come through into Cobra Up Dog. And then meet me in Downward Facing Dog. Nice big breath in here. And a long breath out. All right, listen carefully. Take the right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee and open up the hip. Bring your right foot inside your right hand. You can lift your right hand off the floor. Push down to your left hand. Bring your left knee into your chest and extend it all the way out in front of the mat. Lower the left leg down straight. Yeah. You're going to let your right knee fall to the floor. Camatkarasana. Push down through the fingers, lift up tall, and then exhale forward over the legs. So you get the stretch in the hamstring again. Hold it there, breathing in, breathing out. Coming back up. Bring your right knee up, right foot flat. Take your left hand behind you, fingers pointing away. And then lift your hips up, come to the edge of your left foot, come up onto the toes of the right foot, and reach the right fingers to the back of the mat. So now feel the front of the hips stretch, feel the back. Feel the stretch of your left arm. Good, lower your hips back down to the floor. Well done. Can you, we're going to bring that right knee back down. Bend the left leg, roll onto the right shin, and then stand onto your left foot. Extend your right leg back so you come into like a low lunge shape. You all okay? So now tuck your back toes under and bring your left hip to your left heel. So you come onto the toes of the left foot. Can you feel that? And you can walk your hands forwards, lay your belly over the thigh, point your toes, the right toes, and then see if you can lift the right leg off the floor. Nothing might happen, but see if you can try it. Use your glute, use your hamstring to lift that right foot off the floor. I know it's tough. If you manage to lift it, lower the right leg down, hands come down. Let's take the left leg all the way up to the sky, 3-leg dog. Bend the knee, open up the hip. All right, guys, bringing your left foot inside your left hand. So you're going to lift your left hand up and just bring your right knee through. Extend the leg out in front. Yeah, and then bring the sole of the left foot to the inner thigh. Coming into that hamstring stretch. Inhale, lift up tall. And then exhale, fold it forwards. Breathing in, trying to keep that focus now as we start to flip things around, upside down, inside out. Good, and then lifting yourself up, bending the left leg. Take the right hand behind you, fingers pointing away. Push down to the left foot, come onto the edge of the right foot. Lift the hips up, come up onto the toes of the left foot, and reach the left fingers to the back of the mat. And we'll hold it there, taking a breath in. Good, and then breath out, lower the bum back down to the floor. Open up that left knee again. So you can come onto the shin of your left leg. Bend onto the right leg, and bring yourself through, and then extend the left leg back into a low lunge. From here, could you start to roll forward so your knee goes further past your toes and lay your hip as much as you can onto your heel. Walk the hands forwards, make sure your back toes are untucked. Lay your belly on the thigh. This isn't easy. See if you can rock forwards so that you can hover the left foot off the floor, working your glutes and your hamstrings without using your back. It's quite an interesting sensation, thing to explore. Lower the left leg if you lifted it. Hands come down. And let's take the right leg all the way up to the sky. Bend the knee and open the hip. Okay, so you had your first little helping shape there. Lower the right foot to the floor. Come up high onto your toes. Bring yourself forwards into plank. Elbows brush the rib cage, nice and strong and controlled. Come through cobra, up dog, and then meet me downward facing dog. Hold it there, nice big breath in, and long breath out. Good, so now lift your right leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open the hip. Bring your right foot inside your right hand, then lift your right hand up, left knee comes in, however you can do it, extend the left leg out in front. Janusasana, right foot inside left thigh, push down, lift up tall, exhale and fall, so you know this bit now. Good, coming back up, bend the right leg. Take the left hand behind you, fingers pointing away. Lift the hips up, come onto the edge of your left foot. Come up onto the toes of your right foot. Take your right arm up to the sky this time. You can just stay here or bring your right knee up to your right elbow. See if you can do that. See if you can make it there. Doesn't matter if not. Lower the right foot back where it came from. Sit the hips back onto the floor. Lower the right knee open. All right, so you're going to bend the left leg, roll onto the right shin forwards. This will get easier every time. Extend the right leg back. Get into that hip. Keep rolling forwards, so you take your knee over your left toes. Lay your belly on your thigh, walk your hands forwards. Point your right toes, and then try and hover the right foot off the floor. Maybe you can take your hands off the floor now. See if you find that balance. It's really awkward, it's really difficult. Play with it. All right, taking that left leg back, letting it go. Bend the knee and open up the hips. You're in your three-leg dog with that left leg. All right, coming through that left side, left foot inside the left thumb. Good, lift the left hand up, bring your right knee through, extend it forwards. Lovely, bring the sole of the left foot to the inner right thigh. Push down to lift up tall, and then exhale and fold. Hopefully everything's warming up. Is the brain matter working? Lifting up, bend the left leg, right hand behind you, fingers pointing away. Come onto the edge of your right foot as you lift your hips up. Now left arm up to the sky, really sink down through the right edge of your foot. Can you bring your left knee up to your left elbow? Just see how it goes. Give it a go. Left foot lands back down. Sit the hips back down. Bring the sole of your left foot to inner right thigh. You're going to bend this right leg, scoot forwards. And then extend your left leg back. So, see if you can rock forwards. Lift up the right heel. Walk your hands forwards. Let your belly relax on your thigh. We want the hamstring and the glute to work, not the back. So, untuck your toes. Straighten the leg. Try and hover the left foot off the floor. Maybe try and work on using no hands. That's really awkward, but play with it. Lower the left foot down. Hands come down, tuck your back toes, right leg up, bend the knee and open up the hip. Good. Lower your right foot down, vinyasa. Don't forget, if you're getting tired, just meet us in downward facing dog. So you roll forwards, plank, elbows brush rib cage. Come through cobra, up dog, meet me downward facing dog. Excellent, we just got one more of those, adding on right leg up. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Right foot lands inside right thumb. Once you're there, lift the right hand up. Swing the left knee up to your chest. Extend the left leg out in front. Okay, Janusasana into this stretch. Push down to lift up, exhale and fold. Is there space? Lifting back up, Bend the right knee, right foot flat. Left fingers behind you, roll onto the edge of your left foot and lift the hips up. Right arm up to the sky. Okay, this is where we add on right knee up to right elbow. And bring the right foot in front of your left leg. Push down to your left hand and squeeze the inner thighs together. Isn't this nice? Can you lower the hips down towards the floor and push down through your arm to your shoulder to lift the hips up. One more time, let the hips fall towards the floor. Don't worry if you've got to get where you are and stay there. Lift the hips right back up. Good. Right knee back up to the elbow, and then behind you, sit your bum down. Yes, good. Sole of the foot, inner right thigh, left thigh, sorry. Bend the knee, roll forwards. Extend your right leg back. Yeah, sink back, sink into that hip. Rocking forwards, taking the heel off the floor, untucking the toes, lay your belly over your thigh, and then take your awareness to your hamstring and your glute. Straighten the right leg. Maybe you can hover the right foot off the floor. Is it happening yet? Hands come back, toes down. And take your left leg all the way to the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Last round, left foot, inside left thumb. Pick up the left hand, bring your right knee through, squeeze the thigh up to the chest, extend it out in front. Sole of the foot, inner right thigh. Push down to lift up tall, and then exhale, fold over your leg. How's that hamstring doing? Okay, from here, coming all the way back up. You're going to rebend this left leg, foot flat. Take the right hand behind you, just keep moving through. Drop the outer right foot onto the floor, push down to the right hand, lift the hips up, left arm up. And can you bring your left knee up to your left elbow, and then just let your left foot land in front of your right leg. Squeeze the hips down towards the floor, and then push right back up. One more, let the hips fall towards the floor, and push down through your arm, lift it up. Somehow you're going to bring that left knee up to the left elbow, let the foot land behind you, sit your bum down. Yes, sole of the foot, inner right thigh, roll forward. So your last time doing this. And extend the left leg back. Yeah, good. Coming up high onto the right toes, or not high, just rolling forwards. The heel lifts up, untuck your left toes. Walk your hands forwards, lay your belly on your thigh. You don't want your back here. You want your glute and your hamstring. So straighten the left leg. See if you can lift that left leg off the floor. Find it, breathe. And then lower the left foot down, hands come down. Let's tuck the left toes and take your right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee and open the hip. Good, lower your right foot next to your left. Bend your knees and look forwards. Now try and jump both feet outside the hands, and you can step them one foot at a time as well. Once you get there, so you've got your feet outside of your hands, toes pointing outwards, bend your knees. Keep the hips low as you lift your arms up, sink into your little yogic squat, but not Malasana. Bring your hands heart center, straighten the legs. Lift the arms up to the sky. And then as you exhale, bend your knees, sit your hips down low, hands to the floor. Just jump your feet back into a plank. Vinyasa, go with your flow. Meet me downward facing dog. Big breath in. And long breath out. Last one of them, bend the knees and look forwards. Try and float, jump, step your feet outside the hands. Once you get there, bend your knees a lot. Keep the knees bent. round, and then lift the arms up, lift the chest up, sink down, legs strong. Good, straightening the legs, bring the hands heart center, and then inhale, lift the arms up, push the thighs forwards, the hips forwards, and then exhale, bend your knees, arch your back. Hands to the floor. You're going to jump your feet to the back of the mat, and then go with your vinyasa. Good. Downward facing dog is where we need. Inhale. And exhale. Just for a moment, lower the knees to the floor. Come into puppy pose. Okay, so hands to the corners of the mat. Lower the chest and the chin to the floor. So I just want to make sure the spine is ready for getting into this full version of the wild thing now. So really think about the ski slope of the spine. Think about your breath. Think about how the session has been for you so far. Had to use a little bit of brain matter. Hopefully the body is warm though, that's the main thing. Even if you got lefts and rights wrong, hopefully your body is warm. And then slowly come back up. Okay, so press the hands into the floor, counter pose it, chin to chest, round into the back. Okie dokie. Tuck your toes under and lift the hips up and back, find your downward dog. All right, gonna take your right leg up to the sky, bend the knee and open up the hip. Bring your right knee into your nose and your right foot inside the right hand. All right, come up into your high lunge. And let's bring your left knee up to your chest. Okay, so you're going to step your left leg over towards the right side. Try and put the edge of the foot on the floor. Take your left arm up to the sky and then lean over towards the right side. Yeah, so it's a little bit weird. See if you can maybe let your right hand rest by the right side as you reach over to the left side. Sorry, the right side. Bringing the hands back, heart center, and the knee coming up towards the chest. Extend your left leg all the way back into a crouching warrior, so the right knee is bent. Take the hands to the floor, the right foot to the back of the mat, and then the your left foot to the back of the mat, and swing your right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Then you can let your right foot now fall to the left side unless you want to stay where you are. And then spin the chest to the sky, reach the right fingers to the front of the mat. Your wild thing. Coming back, taking your right hand back next to your left hand, right toes next to your left toes, elbows brush the rib cage as you lower down. Come through Cobra Up Dog. Well done, guys. Take it up and back. Downward facing dog. Awesome. Left leg lifts up. Bend the knee and open up the hip. Bring your left foot inside your left thumb. Good. Come up into your high lunge. Awesome. Bring your hands heart center. Power down to your left leg. Bring your right knee up to your chest. Okay, now cross the right leg over the left. Put the edge of the right foot on the floor to the left side. Right arm up to the sky. And lean up and over towards the left. Left hand can come by your side. Breathe into the right side. It's a little bit awkward. See how it goes. You can bend into that right leg. Lean into the right side. Good. Coming back. Bringing the right knee up to your chest. And then extending the right leg all the way back into a crouching warrior. So it's warrior 3 with a bent left leg. Good. Take the right foot to the floor, hands to the floor, left leg to the sky, bend the knee, open up the hip. All right, so you're welcome to stay here or out into that wild thing, letting your left foot fall behind you. Spin on the right foot. You're on the edge of the right foot. And try and open up the chest. Left fingers to the front of the mat. This right arm super, super strong. Good. Take your left hand down into plank and vinyasa, or not, you choose. Meet me downward facing dog. How's it going? You're gonna add on, big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Good, lift the right leg up to the sky. Now you know what you're doing. Really breathe into it. Okay, right foot inside right thumb. With confidence, come up into that high lunge. Yes, bring your left knee up to your chest. And then extend the left leg over to the right, reach the arms up, and lean over towards the right. Yeah, so try bending into that left leg and pushing further into that left side. Then coming back to the center, bring your left knee up to your chest, then swing it all the way back, warrior three. Stay with it. Bent right leg here, bent right leg. All right, just for fun, try and straighten your right leg. And then rebend it, wasn't that fun? Hands come down, left foot to the back of the mat, right leg to the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Now you can stay here, okay? We are gonna add on. So you're gonna flip your dog, let your right foot fall to the left side, spin the chest up to the sky. And then I want you to step your left foot closer to your right and bend your right knee, left knee, sorry. So both knees are bent. And you sit your hips down towards the floor. Yeah, and then you can lift both hips up, reach the fingers to the front of the mat. And again, bend your knees, sit your hips down. And then lift the arm up, lift the hips up. Good, last time, bend the knees, sit the hips down. From here, come into your down dog. Yeah, inhale. And exhale. Good, last time, left leg up, bend the knee, open up the hip. Bring your left foot inside your left thumb, come through into that high lunge, full of confidence. Hands come heart center, sweep the right knee up. Extend it over towards the left side, edge of the right foot on the floor. You take your arms up and lean over towards the left. And try to bend into that right leg. Swing into the right side. Good. Coming back, bring your right knee up. Extend it all the way back now to the back of the mat with a bent left leg. Chest forwards. Use your thumbs to lift your chest up. You can play with straightening your left leg and then re-bending it. Good. Right toes land to the floor. Elegantly. Hands come down. Left leg up. Bend the knee and open up the hip. All right, you can wait for us here, guys. Or let your left foot fall to the right side. Flip your dog. Right leg is straight here. Lift the arm up and over your head. All right, now push down through your left foot. And then bring your right knee in. Right toes facing the same way as the left knee. Yeah, and then push down to your right hand so your bum can sit down onto the floor. Yes, and then lift the hips up. Reach the fingers towards the front. Good, two more of them. Push down, hips sink down. And then lift up. Good, last one. Hips sink down. All right, and come from down dog. Come into down dog from here. Yeah, add in the sound effects. Inhale. And exhale. Good, guys. Last thing, bend the knees, look forwards. Jump or step your feet outside the hands. Come into your malasana. Elbows into the knees. Press your palms together. Lift your chest up. Inhale has all that feel. Exhale. So this is an entry into your wheel. You can do half wheel. All right, so take your right hand back. Have the fingers pointing away. If anything, try and turn the fingers in towards the center as much as you can. Rest the hands on the floor and lift your left arm up and over your head. Lift the hips up. If you're coming into wheel, continue to screw the cap on with your left fingers as you lower your right hand down into your wheel. Good. You have to unscrew the cap and then bring it all the way back. See where you got to there. Yeah. So it's a nice sort, you know, when you screw a cap on and when you take it off. So that's the action you have to do with your hand as you take the arm around. Okay, so see where you get to. Left hand goes back, fingers pointing back. Imagine you're screwing the cap on, spinning the fingers as you take your left arm up and over your head. Maybe the left hand touches the floor. You can come into your wheel, maybe not. You'll see, you'll play with it. And then screwing the cap back on to bring yourself all the way back. Are we all alive? Yes. Good, good, good. Nice, sit the hips down. However you can do that. And release your feet. Camatkarasana. Hold onto your toes. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, forward, forward. So if you did get a nice big back bend there, it's a nice way to counter pose it. Are you feeling wild? Like your wild things? Start to roll up and you can lay down onto your back. Keep the soles of the feet together, knees open. And the arms can come up and over your head. Take a breath in. And exhale, side out. So here will be your plow pose for today, which is pressing the feet together, pressing the heels, the toes, and then lifting the hips up. Feel that strength through your feet. Feel the counter pose through your spine. And then lower the spine down. Let the knees relax. Let those legs open even more. And you can extend the feet to the corners of the mat. Let the toes fall outwards. Letting go of the practice now. Letting go of the successes. Letting go of moments where you felt like you wasn't sure or like that you feel like you haven't got anywhere when you have. Just letting go of all those moments, good and bad. Giving yourself time to relax, assess how you're feeling, how your body is. Coming into a nice balanced place, ready for the day. And you're welcome to stay and relax there as long as you need. So you can just ignore me. Or if you're ready to move, then start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And in your own time, making your way to seated. In your own time, in your own way. And once you're there, bring the palms together, thumbs into your chest bone, big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste. Well done. Hope you have a good Friday. We may well take a break on Monday. Okay, so I'll send an email out with options of things you can do on Monday. So have a good Friday. And I'll send you an email with lots of goodies for you to practice if you have time over Easter.